we are going to start with lesson number 1, numbers up to 10,000, session 2 of mathematics. So before we start with our session 2, what we have studied last time, you remember, as we have discussed, we have studied about how to read and write 3 and 4 digit number, how to identify the numbers according to the place values. Then we have also studied how to arrange the number in a place value chart. Then we also studied how to find the place value and face value of the given digits in the number. So we will continue with the lesson, but today's topics are: first, how to write the expanded and short form of the numbers; comparing numbers, how to arrange the numbers in a ascending and descending order; how to find the successor and predecessor of the number; what are even and odd numbers; and last is rounding off of the numbers. So today these topics, 6 topics we are going to cover, and so as to we will end with the lesson. Now, first topic, that is expanded form of the number. So what is exactly expanded form? Expanded form is nothing but the sum of the place value of its digits. So we have already studied how to find the place values, correct? Now look at this number. Read it, that is 5264. Now, first thing, you have to arrange this number in a place value chart. Like, as you know, we always start writing the number from ones place and then we will move towards the thousands place. So 4 will go at ones place, 6 will go at tens place, 2 will go at hundreds place, and 5 will go at thousands place. Now what is step 2? Now you have to write the place value of that digits. Now 5 is at thousands place. That's why I have multiplied 5 with 1,000. So what number I'm going to get? 5 multiplied by 1,000 is equal to 5,000. 2 is at hundreds place. So we will multiply 2 with 100. So what will be the place value of 2 here? 200, correct? 6 is at tens place. So what will be the place value of 6? 6 multiplied by 10 is equal to 60. And 4 is at ones place, correct? So I will multiply 4 with 1. So what is the place value? 4 multiplied by 1 is equal to 4. So now you have to write the sum of its place value. So step 3 is expanded form of 5264 is 5000 plus 200 plus 60 plus 4. Easy? Now, what is the standard form of a number? Representing the expanded numeral in a basic numeral form is called as expanded form. It's called as standard form. You know the expanded form, how to write, just now we have studied. Now look at this example. Here I have given you the expanded form. So what numbers I have written? 7,000 plus 600 plus 80 plus 2. Correct? Now, how to write the standard form? Arrange this number in a place value. Now 7 will go at thousands place, 6 will go at hundreds place, 8 will go at tens place, and 2 will go at ones place. So the standard form of this, that is 7,000 plus 600 plus 80 plus 2, is nothing but the 7,682. So basically we are writing this expanded form in a basic numeral form. That is nothing but the standard form. Now, next is comparing the number. You already studied this in class 1 and 2, the comparison by using the signs like greater than, smaller than, and equal to, correct? So, comparing means what? The number with more digit is greater than the number with the lesser digit. For example, in a classroom, uh, you have 2 pencils, okay? And your friend is having 8 pencils. So, who is having more pencil? Yes, your friend is having more pencil because 8 is bigger than 2, correct? You have only 2 pencils, but your friend has 8 pencils. So naturally the quantity of the pencil which he is having is more, correct? So This is how we compare. Sometimes you say to your teacher like, ma'am, I have two erasers and she is also having two erasers. So we both are having equal number of erasers, correct? Same way, you have to compare the numbers. Now look at this number. Yes, read this number, that is 2510. And another number is 700, 760. Now you have to compare between these two numbers. If you look at these numbers, the first number, that is 2510, has 4 digits, while the second number, that is 760, is having 3 digits. Correct? Now, naturally, the number with the more digits is having greater value. So here, 2510 is bigger than the 760. Correct? So, let's understand with one more example. Look at this number, 2510 and 2560. In the previous example, when we are comparing between two numbers, first number is having 4 digits and another number, that is 760, is having 3 digits. So it's very easy that 4 digit and 3 digit comparison. But what if both the numbers are having same digit? Like here in a first number, that is 2510, there are 4 digits. And in a second number also, there are 4 digits, 200 to 2560. Now, how to compare? So when there are same number of digits, you have to arrange them in a place value chart. So first number I have represented with a red color, while second number I have represented in a blue color. So first number is 2510 and second number is 2560. Now, we will do step by step comparing. So first I will compare the thousands place of the both the numbers. So in thousands place, both number is having two same digit, correct? Now, I will move for the second, that is hundreds place. Here in hundreds place, also there are same digits in both the numbers, that is 5, correct? Now I will move for the next, that is tens place. Here I can see in a first place, like the first number, tens place digit is 1. And in the second place, in a second number, tens place digit is 6. So we know that 6 is bigger than 1, correct? So naturally 2510 is smaller than 2560, correct? So do not get afraid or do not even get confused when you see the same digit numbers or the similar numbers for the comparison. When such type of numbers are there, you need to arrange them in a place value chart and then one by one you need to compare their places. Okay. Now what is ascending order and descending order? Ascending order means you have to arrange the number from smallest to greatest. It is just like a climbing the stairs. Like you are standing on a first stair, then you need to climb up till 10. So ascending order means smaller to bigger. Look at this chart. Here you can see the ascending orders where I have arranged the digit like 1. Then after 1, 1 is the smallest, correct? So 1 will come at first place, 2, then 3, then 4. And which symbol we use to represent the ascending order? Yes, this is the symbol which we use to represent the ascending order. Now what is descending order? Exactly opposite that of ascending order. Okay. So numbers are arranged from greatest to smallest is called as descending order. Look at this descending order. Same numbers I have taken, only I have arranged them in a descending order. And this is the symbol which we use to represent the descending order. So in a descending order, the bigger number will come first, that is 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. So basically, ascending order means arranging the number from smallest to greatest in descending order means arranging the number from greatest to smallest. Okay. Now we will see with the help of example. Now arrange these number order. What are the numbers? First number 4326. Second, third number 4077. Now how to arrange? Now first I will arrange them in a place value chart. I will arrange the number according to their place values. Then I will start comparing thousands. So first is which number is there? If you compare in a first number and in a third number, there are same digit, that is 4. So in a second number, that is 2940, 2 is small at a thousands place. 940 will come at first place. Okay, so when we have kept this number at a first place, so for time being we will forget about this number. Then I will start comparing the first number and the third number. Now I will compare the hundreds place. Here when I compare the hundreds place, I can see 3 is bigger than 0. Correct? So 4077 will come at second place when we are arranging it in a ascending order. Now, which number left? Yes, 4326. And this number will go at last position when we arrange it in a ascending order. So what will be the ascending order of this number? First, 2940, then 4077, then the greatest number, that is 4326. And when you arrange these number in a reverse order, you will get the descending order. Correct? So in a descending order, I will start from a bigger number and I will end it on smaller number. So bigger number, that is 4326, will come at first position. 4077 will come at second position and 2940 will come at last position. Very easy ascending and descending order. And the most easiest topic of this lesson is successor and predecessor. See, you all have studied very hard in class 2. You have done all the papers, you have given all the papers very nicely, and that is the reason you got very good marks in class 2 and you got success. Correct? And after this hard work, you got success and you got promoted in class 3. So successor means one step ahead. Okay, this plus 1. Look at the definition, like the number which comes immediately after a particular number. The successor obtained by adding 1 into the given number. Now can you see this chart? Here, look at the middle number. What is the number? 2674. If someone is asking me, what is the successor of 2674? I will do plus 1 into that number. So that number will, the successor of 2674 is 2675. Now what is predecessor? Pre means previous. Pre means previous. The number which comes just before a particular number. The number which comes just before a particular number is called as predecessor. The predecessor is 1 less than the given number. Look at this chart. Okay, I have taken the same number. that is 2674. But I need to find out the predecessor. Pre means before, I told you, na? So minus 1, I will do minus 1. So 2674 minus 1 is equal to 2673. So if someone asks me what is the predecessor and the successor of 2674. So to tell the successor, I will do plus 1, and to tell the predecessor, I will do minus 1. Now, we will see few more examples. Example number 1. The number is 7148. Now you have to tell the predecessor and successor for the same number. So to tell the predecessor, minus 1. So what is the answer? So the predecessor of 7148 is equal to 7147. Successor is plus 1. So 7148 plus 1 is equal to 7149. Second number is 8950. So predecessor is minus 1 and answer is 8949. Successor plus 1. So 8950 plus 1 is equal to 8951. Easy. Now we will understand what is even and odd number. How you will identify whether given the number is even or odd? Very easy. First, you need to look at the ones place number. If the ones place digit is 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, then that entire number is an even number. For example, look at this number 2146. So which digit is at ones place in this number? 6. So this number will become even number. Okay, 5298. So look at the ones place, which digit is there? 8. So this number is even number. In 9000, which digit is at ones place? 0. So this number is also an even number. Now what are odd numbers? The odd numbers are the numbers which are having 1, 3, 5, 7 or 9 at their ones place. Look at this example. 1463. So 3 is at ones place in this number. So this number is odd. 2817. Because in this number 7 is at ones place. That's why this number is also an odd number. Okay. Now, so next and last topic of our today's session is rounding off. What is rounding off means? Making a number simpler but keeping its value close to what it was is called as rounding off. What it means, like if you are going in a shop to purchase a notebook, okay, and you have 10 rupees 3 notes. So together you are carrying 30 rupees, 10 rupees 3 notes. So 30 rupees you have in your hand, and you purchase a notebook and the cost of notebook is 28 rupees. Then shopkeeper say, I don't have change. So you will say, okay, round it off and keep it to yourself. So that shopkeeper will round up that 28 to what? Yes, it will make 30, and you have given the 30 rupees and you have purchased the notebook, but the actual cost of the notebook was like 28 rupees, correct? But because you don't have change, you have rounded it off to the nearest, correct? So making a number simpler but keeping its value close. Okay, but keeping its value close. So there are two methods of rounding off. So first time I will tell you the method by using number line. Then we will study the another method. Now first look at this, rounding off to the nearest tens. Okay, now round off 37 to the nearest tens. So for that, the numbers ending in ones, 3, 2, 4 is rounded down, while the numbers ending in 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 9 will rounded up. So they are telling us to round up to the nearest tens. So if you look at the number 37, so it comes between 30 and 40, correct? So I have written that 30 and 40 on a number line. Now 37. So 37, if I look at the tens digit, so which digit is at tens place in 37? 3. Then I look at the immediate right hand side number, that is 7, correct? So this number is, you look at the rule number 2 here, number ending in 5, 6 and 7. So this number is ending with 7, correct? So I will round off this number to the upside, correct? I will not go behind, I will go ahead. So which number will be there? Correct, 40. Now, whenever you round off the number to the nearest 10, it must have a 0 at the end, correct? Now we will understand this with one more example. Look at this number, round off 2154 to the nearest 10. The rules are again same, correct? Now arrange the where it will come like 2154. Okay, so I have written now 2154. If the number is ending with 4, then you have to round it down, correct? So this number will round it off to the 2150. And it has 10 at the end. Yes, then my rounding off is correct. Now, whatever it is, rounding off to the nearest tens or hundreds, the rules are same. Now, look at this number, 764. We have to round off to the nearest hundreds. Now, as per the rule, the numbers ending with zeros, 10, 20s, 30s, 40s should get rounded down, and the numbers ending in 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s get rounded up. Now, arrange this number, correct? This number like 764. Now, where it lies on a number line? Yes, it lies in a six. Look at this number. Which number? This number ends with what? 60s, correct? 764. So it is somewhere near the 60s, correct? So as per the rule, it should be get rounded up. So 764 will rounded up. So what is the nearest number which is having 0? That is 764 is rounded off to the nearest 10 is nearest 100 is 800. Now because we are rounding off to the nearest 100, this number must have 2 zeros at the end. When we are rounding off to the nearest 10, the number which is to be rounded, when it get rounded off, must have 1 0. And now when we are rounding off to the nearest 100, the number must have 2 zeros at the end, correct? So 764 is rounded off to the hundreds is 800. Now one more example of this. The number is 1235. When we round off to the nearest hundreds, again we have to arrange it on a number line, correct? So it is ending, which number it is? 5, correct? So it is get rounded off to the 1200. Now as we are doing rounding off to the nearest hundreds, it must have 2 zeros. So when I round off 1235 to the nearest hundred, my answer is 1200, and it is having 2 zeros at the end. Now we will see more example how to do rounding off to the nearest tens. Now number is 145, correct? So it is ending in 5. So I have rounded it up. that is 150. 1563, if I'm rounding off it to the nearest tens, it is ending it, correct, 60s. So I will round it down. So 1563 is rounded to the 1560. Now, how to round off to the nearest hundreds? 209 is rounded off to the 200. 2867 rounded off to the 2900. Okay, now we, for timing, you don't have thousands to be round in a class 3, so we will avoid this. Okay, as I told you, I will explain you the another method of rounding off also. Okay, so don't leave the meeting. I will explain you how to do the rounding off with the another method. Just now I have explained you with the number line method. Okay, okay, now as I told you, I will tell you the another method also. So when you do rounding off to the nearest tens, so I will start tens, how to do rounding off to the nearest tens. So take any number, like if I have taken 37. Okay, now step 1 is, because they are telling us to rounding off to the nearest tens. So I will first underline the digit which is at tens place, correct? Then step 2, I will look at the immediately right hand side number. If that number is 5 or more than 5, if that number is 5 or more than 5, then we will do +1 in underlined digit. And the remaining digit on the right hand side will get converted into 0. And now 3 plus 1 is 4. Correct? So this number, that is 37, is rounded off to the nearest 10 and the answer is 40. Understood? One method I have explained, that is rounding off, and this is the another method. Okay. Now I will take one more example. Now if the number is like, suppose 326. If the number is 326,